transition from winter to spring is always a strange one, especially around here in Saratoga Springs, part of the upstate New York area. It's up and down like a yo-yo, back and forth like a saw. Kind of like a porn star's career, actually. A lot less semen, I must say, though. Anywho's. My week's mostly shit, my weekends are usually my brightest point. Well, except now. My name's Ellis Martin, and Sundays around this time just killed me a little. Home sweet home. Yeah, fuck that. Things are more affordable out here in Green Acres, but the constant smell of horse shit just doesn't do it for me. Gotta deal with the creepy little fucking farm kids staring at me like the children of the corn, too. The snow seems to stick around a lot longer up here as well. I spent the majority of my life in the city where everything was close. Out here I'm just so far away from everything. Also, my left-wing ideals clash with the way things are around here. It all has me feeling like a genuine fish out of water. I have a roommate who doesn't get my way much. He's pussy-whipped and he's always with his girl. Which is actually a pretty damn good thing. I only say that because she's such a mega bitch. The liquor makes the jump from Sunday to Monday much easier. I bought a new brand of rum tonight just to mix things up. Some label me a connoisseur in that regard, but I don't know about all that. I just get bored too easily. Well, so much for a quiet evening. My roomie and the bitch decided to bless me with the sounds of their new relationship. Tickle fights and giggles, baby sounds and endless confessions of love and perfection. Fucking stupid shit. That stage never lasts and is so goddamn annoying. Coming from her, it's even worse. Shit, I can't wait till he shoves her head down into the pillow. Well, thank you, roomie. Now I should be able to stomach my food at least. Kinda scared that he's gonna let her up for air, though. Cream of wheat. It may sound like an odd mix with the rum, but I don't care. I've always been told that about a lot of the things I do. Being born with a name like Ellis, I think it was just destiny. I love the surreal feel of a drunken shower. Gotta hold on for dear life, though. Falling now and cracking my head wouldn't be the most flattering way to go. My wet ass up in the air. Oh wow. Damn. It's amazing how in this moment of complete stillness I can really tell how overly altered I let myself get. How overly stupid I can be also. Oh, fuck me. I'm usually pretty good at knowing my limits and avoiding the spins, but I don't know. This has me bombed. Almost nuclear. Hopefully the fallout isn't too bad tomorrow. Starting the new work week is bad enough without having to deal with a hellish hangover on top of it. God damn it. I'll just keep my fingers crossed. Blue Monday. My sense of dread is only matched by my overall shit feeling. The sense of cheapness is strong too, almost like a one-night stand but without the sex. My head feels like it got hit with a baseball bat that had a hammer attached to it. The sun can go suck a dick right now too. Oh, work is gonna be such a bitch. I work for Mean Capital Region Clean. Yeah, clever rhyme there, huh? We clean homes and businesses in places like Troy, Waterford, Schenectady, Albany. The pay isn't bad, but the work is shit. Literally. Cleaning it, dried up piss, shower soap scum, sporadic vomit, the occasional flakes of the non-scalp variety. The so-called perk to the job is the transportation they provide to and fro a daily shift. The fuckers would pick me up during a tornado if one came our way. I think it's a great cover-up for the fact that they lack other benefits. Pricey health insurance and infrequent cheap raises. I've been looking for a new job for a while, but with no luck. I'm calling later about an interview I recently went to. Hopefully something comes of that. If not, autoerotic asphyxiation is a slight possibility. The taste of the rum is still strong, as a flavored reminder of personal failure and stupidity. It's the last time I drink that brand, the rotten, sneaky bastard. No matter how much I brush her, I can still taste it like it's nothing. It's not like my coworkers will care, though. Reporting as a body for work is better than no body at all, regardless of the physical state. I took 800 mgs of ibuprofen to try and kill the headache. That stuff usually works wonders. Oh, fucking A. Wanted to smoke a cig before the shift, but dickheads are early. Oh well. I guess. Not even 10 seconds into this ride, and I'm kind of hoping that the brakes stop working. At least the other two are quiet so far. First, there's Bill, the owner Sandy's husband. I can't say he's a bad guy overall, but his age means that a lot of the dirt work falls on me. That's because he knows I'll get it done. And that's no thanks to this guy, Jason. Bill and Sandy's lazy and favored son-in-law. The overly manly man constantly bragging about his sexcapades, drug abuse, weightlifting, fist fights in cars, trucks, and trucks. An asshole. This damn ibuprofen better kick in soon. Huh. Fucking geriatric asshole. And then, there's that moment when I realized the ibuprofen wasn't going to help. Yep. I'm staying away from rum for a while. Ugh. Finally smoke time. Gonna try to cherish it. Feeling a lot better since puking, but still not 100%. Being around these two doesn't help at all, even with drowning them out. Paying any kind of attention to Jason just kills brain cells. Similar to what happens when he sleeps with a woman. The PTSD must be immense. And Bill here, he's probably forgotten how those conversations started. Probably having flashbacks from the Civil War, blue and gray uniforms covered in blood, cannon fire, bayonets. I've had enough of this shit. How? How the hell is this even possible? I mean, how does the tub even drain? Do these people, like, shift when there's a full moon? This all better be a head hair, that's all I'm saying. The layer of soap scum in this tub was absolutely disgusting. It's like a thick layer of paint or a thin layer of concrete. It had been neglected for quite a while. Obviously with our arrival in mind. Gotta love the overly wealthy. I mean, they do give us work and they pay, but most of the time they have zero consideration for anybody else. Two to 3 hours later, I'm finally done with this tub. And shift, actually. Another Monday in the books and 4 more days till Friday. Can't wait to get home later to call about that interview. Something's just gotta give here.
CSA, my name is Linda. How may I direct your call?
Hi, my name's Ellis Martin. I recently applied for a job through you guys. It was the sanitation and safety position about a week ago, and I was just wondering what was going on with that.
What position did you say you applied for again?
I applied for the sanitation and safety position.
All right, let me check real quick. We had a lot of applicants for this position, and I just have to peek at the records. Give me a moment, please. Well, according to our records, the position that you filled out for has already been filled.
Well, okay then. Are there any other openings at CSA that I can actually apply for?
I'll take a look at that for you real quick. I have nothing here right at the moment. The recent ad that you saw was for the particular position that you applied for, and that position has been filled, and we have nothing else at the moment.
Alright, well, thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate you guys not denying me over an email.
You're very welcome. We'll keep your app on file, and if anything arises, we'll be sure to call you.
I don't get it. I just don't. My credentials were there, but still a no-go. To sum it up, in the field of job application, I'm hired if I'm known and fucked if I'm not. You know, it's bullshit, but what can I do? Bullshit happens to everyone, deserving or not. That's life. It's brought me down as much as up. My father used to tell me, "Life's tough, son, you gotta be tougher." I've held on to that quote. Unfortunately, no autoerotic asphyxiation tonight. When I was a kid, I remember wishing that I was an adult, pretty much like any other kid ever has. It's kind of funny how that's all flipped, and in times like these, I wish I were a kid again. There's just so much to miss. Like the playfulness. With a chopper in my hand, I was a pilot. The wind hitting my face as I swoop and dive, heading to my goal. Am I heading in for a rescue? Trying to dodge the fiends? It changed constantly with my ever-active body and mind. On days like today, getting out of bed is my most thought-filled decision. There was also my artistic side. It was all so surreal and abstract. Artists like Van Gogh, Dali, and Munch couldn't even touch what I did. Then again, I didn't know who any of them were in my preteen years. The wonders I could pull off with construction paper, crayons, and random things scattered around. That creative drive is all gone now. My skills as an architect were also the shit, not gonna lie. My tower stretched and stretched and stretched and stretched as high as the Eiffel or the Ellis. We called it the Sears back in those days. Anywho's, they made quite the obstacles for my heroes to overcome. In all, the bigger the better, I'd always say. Sadly, though, their magnificence was short-lived. This was the bulk of my responsibilities as a child. If I played with it, I had to put it back. Messes were so much easier to clean in those days, easier to deal with, too. Riding the nature trails of my uncle's property was great, too. It was so freeing being out there on the four-wheeler with that dog, both of us blowing up dust clouds behind us as we went. That's as quote-unquote country as I ever was. A skateboard and street cruising took over when I was a teen. And after that, the convenience of a car took over. The weight gain, too. Another great escape for myself as a kid was this. I always felt so protected. Nothing could get in that could hurt me. No monsters or anything like that. I had a cat in those days who was a pain in the ass. Always clawing at my silhouettes. When it came to pain of any kind, there was nothing better than my parents' touch. A simple rub of the head was enough to show me that everything will be alright. So warm, comforting, reassuring. Oh man, the good old days. Terrible, terrible Tuesday. Some celebrate the day by making tacos. When this shift's over, I'll be eating the other tea. Fucking tuna! While furthering the job hunt, of course. Right now I'm continuing the work from yesterday, which I don't mind considering the worst is done. Kinda milking it to stay away from the others. I actually did catch Jason sleeping in the car earlier. So did Bill, and he did nothing. Tired of being an outsider here. Being pushed around, taken advantage of. That's been most of my life, though. Going back to even high school. Those years were such a bitch for me. Then again, I didn't have dirt and dust flying up in my face. Such are the perks of being born with a name like Ellis. It's amazing how in this modern age of technology that some still place exclusive ads in the paper. Now that I think of it, it's actually kind of silly that I said that while looking at a paper for said ads. The last time I handled one of these was to train a puppy to piss and shit. Before my teen years, at least. Speaking of being pissed and shit on, with a few more apps filled out online, trying to stay hopeful. I am 2 shifts down though. 3 more to go till Friday. Nearly done with the bathroom on this job. Just some general dusting and mopping. Still milking it, but constantly thinking about the apps I filled out. Also trying to figure out why these people felt the need to put a fish tank in their bathroom. It's as if magazines and phones aren't enough to keep them busy mid-shit. Who knows?
You have 3 new voice messages. First voice message.
Hello, Ellis. This is Jean from Hattie's Bar and Grill. I just looked over the application you filled out and would like for you to come in for an interview. Just give me a call back.
Message saved. Next message.
Hi, I'm calling on behalf of Caldwell's Grocery. I have just gone through the application you submitted yesterday for the overnight stocking position, and I'm wondering if you'd like to get together for an interview.
Message saved. Next message.
Hey, it's Kaylee. I was just calling to let you know that I'll be over to pick up the rest of my stuff around 9 tonight. Sorry it's so late, but our work schedules are different and making it really hard. If that's a problem, just call or text me to let me know. Bye.
That voicemail has put me in a bit of a shitty mood. Nothing like a call from the ex to shoot down my high-flying feeling. I'm nearing the end of my third shift, 2 more to go till Friday, and 2 upcoming interviews. But it's all bittersweet now. This evening is going to be such a bitch. All thanks to the bitch. Damn, she's late. Then again, what reason does she have for being prompt anymore? We split up about a month and a half ago, after being together for a little over 2 years. When we first started, she was fresh in college at 19 and I was 26. The age gap didn't matter to either of us, though. She was a free spirit, hating her last name and the baggage that went with it. The history of greed, addiction, abuse that was rampant through the family tree. I was advised by many to stay away from her because of the immaturity and the unpredictable nature that comes with growth. Being the softie that I was, possibly due to the Ellis label I was born with, I ignored them, remained hopeful. I was with her through it all. After hitting 21, the change was rapid for her. The we and us factor key to a healthy relationship turned into me's and I's on her end. The thickness of my wallet, her wanting to use drugs, and the need to degrade me became her primary focus. She lived up to the name she tried for so long to dodge, molded into her own worst enemy. She became a mystery to me, someone I didn't even recognize anymore. Oh shit, I was kinda hoping she wouldn't come. Or perhaps hit a deer. Or got distracted by the shimmer of a dime on the road and veered off into a tree. That also collapsed onto the car afterwards. That poor fucking tree. Then again, I shouldn't wish that upon nature, though. Dark thoughts aside, just get the inevitable over with. Minus the brief depressive state her arrival put me in, it actually wasn't too bad. some good actually did come of it. She forgot her microwave. I'm actually in the mood for a Hot Pocket. The snack's on her, of course. Still reeling from last night. Not so much in the emotional sense, but more so the physical. My stomach's been fucked up and giving me hell all morning. An old acquaintance of mine, who happens to be a shrink, told me that I often settle for less. Maybe nuke food applies as well. Doing jobs like this always get me to thinking about all those short people who talk about the perks of being tall. That's because they never get stuck doing shit like this. Ellis, can you get up there? I'll rip my scrotum if I stretch too far. That was an imitation of Bill. Probably not a good one, but who gives a shit? The facts remain, dust and cobweb remnants falling on my face, not my favorite. If a spider's attached, my scream and fall to the floor will be heard by workman's comp, and I won't need to fill out a single piece of paperwork. I fucking hate spiders. They're devil's spawn. Like a kid awaiting Santa or the Easter Bunny, I can never seem to sleep for shit on Thursday nights. Never fails. Thanks to my eager mind and racing thoughts, I don't think I succumbed till 5:30 or so. The birds even started chirping. Rotten bastards. They really need to go back down south. The current feeling of exhaustion is similar to this past Monday's hangover. My head's throbbing, my eyes are sensitive. Work's been such a bitch. I'm grateful that there's no random noodle vomit, though. The thought entered my mind to ask Bill if I could nap in the car just like Jason. Trigger moral compass, question not asked. Don't be an asshole. Just push forward. And on that note, the shifting job is finally done. Fucking thank you. I feel like I could fall back because of exhaustion and the weight of the sweat layer. I'd probably actually start snoring before I hit the ground. Definitely gonna look into buying some Benadryl for Thursday nights from here on out. Like someone that's come back from the dead, or Jason after he snorted a line of coke, I get this jolt of energy at pack-up time. The urge to sleep is being removed by the urge to live. I'm gonna go do just that. No more dying for me this week. And just like that, the majority of the bullshit that I deal with, all the assholes, the cleanups, become a mere afterthought as I look down at the most amazing people in my life. My 5-year-old Nyla, and my 2-year-old Darian. Simply put, they're my life, my reason for being. I don't think I'd be here without them, as cliched as that may sound. I split up with their mother before I got with Kaylee. Shortly afterwards, I found out she was pregnant with Darian. After he came, we set up a spoken agreement for me to have custody on the weekends. Drop-offs and pickups were held at my parents' house. We also reached a spoken support agreement. All that's gone smooth so far, thank goodness. Avoiding the courts is just the best for everyone involved. Kaylee eventually became close to the kids as well. I left the door open for her to see them, but she never came back around. All the more reason for me to hate the rotten bitch. Then again, it's all her loss. Friday nights are always the calmest. Probably because of the late pickup and them starting to wind down. When I get them home, it's dinner, play, baths, and then bed. I consider it the calm before the storm. It's amazing how peaceful they are when they sleep. Such a contrast to how they are during the day. Oh, last leg of the night and I'm going to bed. I'm beat to shit myself. It's strange how even when they're around I still find myself thinking about how far they've come. Being awake by myself in the dead of the night. Yeah, that certainly helps trigger it. Beautiful Nyla. She was born so small we called her our own little peanut. Her cries were so soft they reminded everyone of a kitten meowing. As she got a bit older and filled out a bit, she developed this little baby gut that reminded me so much of the one I have now. Hers was much cuter, though. Going forward a bit, we have her toddler years. Oh my God, she was a pisser. The endless curiosity she displayed. I owe a lot of my early grays to that time period of her life. After she got out of that stage, she started to really sprout up, became a skinny mini with these little chicken legs. Her use of words developed too. Sometimes she came out with an occasional cuss word. I'd correct her, but still wonder where she got that from. Lately, she's been losing her baby teeth like crazy. I keep telling her that if it doesn't stop, she's going to have to start gumming her food or eating soup. And now on to the little man, Darian. Now he was a big baby, close to 9 pounds. Pretty long, too. Overall, he was pretty quiet, but when he was pissed, he made the ground shake. It's a good thing he didn't have the powers of telekinesis because the whole fucking world would be gone. He soon started mimicking others. Lip smacks and pops and bubbles. He had this cute little giggle, and when he'd start cooing, I swear he sounded just like a baby owl. Darian was also a big eater, and it only intensified when he started getting teeth. Grilled cheese was his weakness. We used to joke that the quickest way to his heart was through his stomach. Either that or buy him a red toy. Even now as a toddler, everything has to be red. Well, except my scalp. The grays are starting to pop up again. Every week in the living room and lounge it is. They come here, take my bed and room, my food. Little thieves. Just kidding. When they're here, they need it more than I do. I always do my best to put them first. With the first night over, I'm just sitting here thinking about tomorrow. Like, what time will they wake me up? Or how will they be tomorrow? What will the day be like? Chaos. Pure, absolute, wonderful chaos. The amount of activity in the rest of the universe doesn't even hold a candle to what my kids are doing in this apartment right now. They get along pretty well, I'd say, for being so young. The occasional fight is short-lived, and it's almost always verbal. But the occasional fisticuff does land its mark. Mostly thrown by Darian. He's like a honey badger and has no fear of anything. He took a pretty good knock to the head last weekend, cried for a bit, and then went back to doing the same thing that gave him the bump. He's goddamn insane. Nyla never settles for too long. She'll be drawing her family one minute, and then the next she'll be doing cartwheels or ballet. It's almost like a fiend on speed. That's their lives, though. Each day is like a new adventure. Cram as much fun into each day before it's time to go to bed. I'm actually feeling a little envious at the moment. Their sense of energy, the playfulness, the imagination. All things I used to have. They're just memories now. Then again, them being right here with me, somewhat brings me back to those days. Today brings more of the same as yesterday. It's slightly somber, though. We're all under the realization that this is the last day and there are only a few hours left. With each second that passes, the stronger the feeling. Or maybe that's just me. I'm really enjoying the moment, but those thoughts are in the back of my mind. I don't know if that makes me an asshole for letting those things get to me when I should be 100% on the now. I just can't help it. I don't want them to go. Sundays around this time always kill me a little. Not nearly as drunk now as I was last Sunday, but still not sober. At least I avoided the spins. I bought a new cheapy vodka this time, one of those shit garbage brands you find in the plastic bottle. I'm really dreading this new week. I wish I could fast forward through it and move in slow-mo through the weekend. It's fucked up that the good times in life seem to move so fast and the dread just slogs on forever. It's also fucked up that my favorite pizza place is closed on Sundays. Now, does that make an inch of sense? It's not football time, and can you imagine the money lost? Anywho's, I was really in the mood for a calzone. They easily make the best in town. One really would have softened the blow after dropping the kids off, but such is life. Well, this is a strange morning. I'm up before my alarm, which is a more rare occurrence than me exercising. Now that I think of it, that's pretty sad. Was it my mind just trying to give me a charge to push through the forthcoming shit? Like a head start in the race? Who the fuck knows? I hope the new job we're going to doesn't involve wolf people like the last one. Or in the very least, Bill holds me in favor and puts a not-so-macho man on bathroom duty. Or, better yet, pulls a big surprise and fires him. I can only wish. Oh shit, the assholes are behind. I can actually smoke a cig. I'm gonna cherish it too. I started thinking earlier about something George Carlin once said in one of his stand-up bits. Soft names make soft people. I think that's true for me in so many respects. My pushover nature, the fact I fall into stupid relationships, and the fact that I let every facet of my adult life get to me are fitting of the name I was given at birth. But only to a point. So much of me can be defined as soft, but when it comes to my adult responsibilities, I'm in control. I don't give up. I may hate my job, the people I work with, and all that jazz, but I need it right now for my kids and myself. I mean, I'm hopeful for the upcoming interviews, but I need to stay realistic about them. If they don't work out, this gig is going to have to last for a bit. So, being born with a soft name like Ellis, I feel like I'm tough when I have to be. I don't care. They're waiting because I said I was going to finish this. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just get this work week started.